So what really is the point of knowing and understanding about tectonic plates, composite volcanoes, destructive margins? Well, the reason is this. Without the processes of geology and volcanism, the ecosystems that have manifested, creating many wonders and delights that we as people live off and enjoy, wouldn't exist. A good strong cup of coffee in the morning, a warming hot chocolate in winter, fruits and vegetables such as bananas, beans, courgettes, sweet corn, even medicines that save people's lives. The list really does go on. A common misconception that many people have about volcanoes is that all they do is destroy. Not true. Today I am visiting the Honduran Finca El Cisne. Nearly 100 years old, this family-run farm has been sustainably working the land to produce cocoa, coffee, cardamom, and even cattle of the highest quality to be exported to countries in Europe, the Middle East, as well as other Central American countries. Look how beautiful that is. This is Bonita. She's my horse.
Elements that a plant needs, that the soil must have, are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are, N, P, K. Those are the main. So all but each plant has different requirements. That's why it's important to do soil analysis.
So the ground here, it's not, I thought it was completely natural, those minerals.
They are natural, but it depends, they are natural there, but no, all the soils depend. Also, what also is important? The pH on the ground.
Oh, okay.
No, and if, for example, in Copan, I don't know if you notice around Copan, the nature is not as lush.
Yeah.
You notice that?
A bit more dry.
A bit more dry. You notice also there's a lot of pine tree.
Yeah.
Pine tree, that's what it likes. It likes soils, acid soils. But what we don't do is we don't use pesticides nor herbicides. One, because they're bad for us, and they just pollute the environment. If we use herbicides here, that is how it look. Everywhere it will look very clean. Yeah. So there's no protection to the ground. Look at this. Look at this. This type of grass, this type of plants, they will never compete with the cacao. Cacao roots are way down. These roots are only this deep, So, but these create a protection to the ground. Insects live here. Insects that don't bother cacao, worms and everything. You saw the butterflies going around. They all feed on things that they don't compete. They're not only competition. They benefit the cacao in some way. I like to use more the natural way of doing things.
Completely.
More natural
so much
as
better.
I can.
Yeah.
It's just as we do it as natural as we can.
Yeah.
There be some time that we have this pile of ants eating our trees, and there's no way we can rid of them unless we do something.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I'm 100% natural. We sometimes have to, but we do. We try not to use herbicide. We don't use herbicide. We don't try not to use pesticides. Bananas are important to cacao because the insects that pollinate the cacao live on the bananas, so it improves the pollination.
Oh wow!
But first I'm gonna
huge cocoa pods.
I'm gonna prune this. Because this I need to take away. I need to take out all this. Look how beautiful they are.
Gosh.
Gosh.
Gosh. They're huge.
This all this we need to come and prune.
Wow.
We have so much to do here. So much work.
So just to reiterate, when you prune, it helps the main stem grow in the right direction.
Exactly, and if not, he will put a lot of energy on this, and want him to concentrate his energy on the main stem and on the fruits.
A group of people who understood very well and appreciated the importance of the natural volcanic landscapes were the tribal Maya. Before the first early civilizations were created, the connections and relationships that the Mayans shared with the fertile lands were extremely strong. Today, I'm visiting the Copan ruins here in Honduras. Mauricio, our tour guide, explains to us exactly how and why the Mayans were so in tune with their natural surroundings. How did the Mayans begin? How did they arrive here in Central America? What's the beginning of their story?
One of the theories is that the Mayan, they came from Asia. They crossed the ice bridge to Alaska 20,000 years ago. Seems like they followed the meat, the game. Because they were nomads. So they crossed the ice bridge to Alaska and they came down.
Following the game.
There were three periods: pre-classic period, classic, and the post-classic. From 1500 years before Jesus Christ till 1500 years AD, when the Spanish came to America. They believe in some powers. They believe they respect the nature, they respect the lands, they respect so many gods: rain god, wind god, god of the sun, god of the corn, god of the mountains. They were polytheistic. Many gods.
Why was the land so important for the tribal Maya?
Because they consider the earth itself as a powerful god or goddess, you know. And everything from the soil was very sacred to them. No matter what kind of fruit or vegetable or... The Mayan, they thought that the people, the stone and the trees, they were friends, they were family. So they're supposed to help each other. You know, why you going to destroy a avocado tree if avocado feeds you?
Por favor, sí.
Hace millones de años, hace muchos años atrás, cuando los volcanes estaban en erupción, estas cenizas de volcanes se fueron desparciendo y se formaron montañas de cenizas de volcanes. Ahora estas montañas, los mayas cortaban la piedra y hicieron sus construcciones, ¿verdad? Pero son materiales originalmente de volcanes, ¿verdad? Y el tipo de piedra se llama andesita, de origen volcánico.
Even though the Maya were so fantastic at building fantastic constructions, at building, engineering, civilization, working the land, understanding the land, respecting the land and the souls that lived in the landscape, what happened? Why did it all just fall to pieces? What was their downfall? Why did they...
Should I answer the question that I said before, the 4 reasons?
Yes, please.
Okay. Apparently the Mayan, they collapsed Copan, they abandoned Copan 822 years after Jesus Christ. Why they abandoned Copan? By 4 reasons. Overpopulation, overcultivation, deforestation, and a political unrest. So they moved to the north, Guatemala and Mexico. That's why there is no many Mayan here anymore, in compared to Guatemala or Mexico.
Oh, okay then. That's so sad. But it's still stuff that exists nowadays on planet Earth. Nothing's really changed. There's still deforestation problems. There's still political unrest. You'd hope that people would learn from the past. What do you think? What do you think people nowadays could learn from the Maya and how they lived with nature?
That's a good question indeed. Maybe the way they respect the fauna and flora. maybe how the way they respect the wind, the rain. You know, I don't know, those type of elements, they consider them sacred, completely sacred.
And of course volcanoes.
And of course volcanoes.
Here we are again with our fantastic guide Mauricio. He's just been telling us all about the connections that the Mayans had with the landscape. Oops, yeah. And now we're going to do a bit of fun stuff. He's going to tell us all about this fantastic Mayan game that used to exist. What was it called?
Pocatoc.
Pocatoc. What does that mean?
Means kicking the ball.
Kicking the balls?
Yeah,
No, not kicking the balls. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Gosh. This is the ball field.
There were 5 players here. 5 players in the other side. The ball was made out of rubber.
Rubber? Oh, okay.
From rubber trees. So they use this.
The hips.
Knees, elbows, and shoulders.
That was the rules.
See, they try to hit a macaw head. We have 6 macaw heads. But in Mexico, they use hoops.
Ah, that's really hard. Using your hips, your elbows, your shoulders to hit it into, and your knees to hit it into the hoops. And they were quite high, weren't they?
Upstairs, we have the locker room, changing room. Visitors, home team.
Yeah.
England, Honduras.
Hey!
Spectators there.
Spectators over there.
VIP only.
VIP only.
At the end of the game, the best player, he died. He was beheaded. It was a big honor to him to die. Because in the afterlife,
Don't know about that.
he would compare himself as a semi-god.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes it's good to be a loser.
Sometimes it's good to be a loser.
That's why Honduras never got to the World Cup.
There we go. That's the reason. They all thought they were going to go to heaven. Right, that's it for Honduras. Join me in my next video where I'll be in Guatemala looking at some real life lava. Thank you.